We're back from SEMA. We had to build this upper header and that molding. I've always thought of the wheels as the jewelry of the car. And that's where the whole color scheme for the car came from. But of course, this is the Blueprint LS engine. Last time you saw the Continental, we were thrashing to get this thing done, to get it to SEMA. We're back from SEMA, and I want to do a walk around and show you exactly what we've done to the car. Starting from the very front, we filled off the hood emblem that was up here, just made that smooth. When you get down to the bumper itself, we pulled the bumper back, we pulled this back, we narrowed the side of the bumper, pulled it in on the side and flushed it out. Now with the headlights, we dropped the headlights down 1/2 inch and then pulled them back 5/8 of an inch to get a little bit of a lead in, because they were almost flat coming out here. And I thought it looked really odd because I love this subtle radius that's in the front of the hood. So I wanted to get a little bit of that lead in on the bumpers as well. Now this line that comes around normally comes up at about this point here, and it's real heavy looking. So I pulled that line back, we racked it up here, we made the bumper to this just one nice line, and then when it gets to the rockers, we made new rockers and made them wrap around the corner instead of just on the side of the car. Once we get back here, of course, we cut the entire top off the car, so we had to build this upper header and that molding. We got rid of the windshield wipers, made that just real clean there. The back of the hood, normally this line just comes around here, and when you open the hood, this corner is only about 1/8 of an inch away from the fenders, and if you hit the hood, they always hit the fender. So we wrapped it this way, and I tried to make it look like it's coming from the same line as the door there, then it turns away, and now when you open the hood, that's quite a ways away from it. Now following the door line, when you come around to the bottom, this is normally a square, but we radiused that, brought it all the way up. We made the entire molding that comes around there. I used 53 to 56 Ford F100 door handles because I like, just like the front of the fender, they have a little lead in, on the bottom. They're radiused. The stock Continental door handle is square and really flat. I thought this looks a lot more like the shapes that we're trying to get into the car. Got rid of the keyhole that was below it. Now these are stock, and on the Continental itself, if it has these scoops in the rear quarter, that's an intake for the air conditioning, and we kept those, and our air conditioning unit will be in the back. Now, from this molding, since we cut the top off, we had quite a bit of an area here that we needed to fill in. So we found a 64 Thunderbird, and we kept just this piece of the Thunderbird that wraps around. We narrowed it up because that's normally wider. Narrowed it up and fit that and built the rest of this to come around to the hand-built molding that we have. The deck lid, we radiused this corner because normally that's a square also. Now we also made the wheel well work a little bit better with this line here by pulling that forward because it looked so heavy here before. And in the back, on the lower quarter, we extended that out because normally it's back here and it looks like they don't line up. Again, we made the lower molding so it fits and wraps around the corners, but we also extended the back of the quarter, the bottom side, so it's one line with the taillight line. Normally it's forward about 1/2 inch there, and I just didn't like that little stagger. And then we fit the body to the bumpers. Once we brought the bumper in, pulled it back this way, and of course the exhaust is here, and it's full stainless steel Magnaflow all the way to the engine. Now on the back, this spare tire hump is normally about 3 inches taller, so we cut that and pulled it down. And the suspension, we used all the stock front A-arms, but we built the spindles with the drop spindle so we can get the front of the car down. And then we've still got the same leaf springs in the back, but we changed the shackles and built a block so we could get the back of the car down. One of the other things we did is in the floor, Normally the floor comes up right in this area next to the seat, and we cut all of that down, tried to make it a little smoother, and then we built our own door sills, this whole panel here, just to make that much cleaner and nicer. The steering wheel, of course, the original wheel is about 2.5 inches larger in diameter. Cut that down, made the one-off steering wheel. Now we've got a tilt steering column, and then we built the cap for that because the stock piece is smaller diameter than this. So we built a little billet piece that we chrome plated so it looks like the stock steering column. And all the gauges are handmade, Shannon at Redline gauges. We built the faces, Shannon did all the internals so that we could run that with a Blueprint engine. Now the gauges are also the original green that the Continental gauges came in, but we handmade those, and that's where the whole color scheme for the car came from. We mixed the color for the car, and then using the Moore & Giles leather samples, I found all the colors that we did the interior, had Bill Dunn's interior wrap that, and made it look like it's all stock, but it's one-off, it's all custom. Now, we can't mention the stance without mentioning the one-off wheels that I designed and we built with Wheel Pros. You know, I've always thought of the wheels as the jewelry of the car. These really finish the car off well with the Diamondback, custom made with the thin little 3/8 white stripe that I wanted on the tires. And let's look under the hood. Under the hood, of course, we wanted it to look almost stock. Now you can see when I have the hood lifted up that those corners are way far away from the fenders, and I'm not risking damaging something just opening the hood. Of course, it's no longer the Continental engine. We've got the Blueprint LS3 engine and all of the stainless steel exhaust system. We use Magnaflow, tubes, but we handmade that whole system that follows the same path as the original exhaust, but it's all handmade, one-off. And of course, Mike Curtis from Curtis Speed, he machined the top of the air cleaner. It's the same shape as the stock one, but I wanted that chrome just to add a little bit of bling because I wanted it so simple and so clean in here. We hand built the front cover using the original piece here, but we extended it out so it fit to the grille and then extended it so it would go over the radiator. The last thing is the master power brake. We've got the booster there and their master cylinder. And other than that, just real simple, real elegant. It's not about, how wild we can make it, it's how beautiful we can make it.